So canoe tripping season is just around the corner, and Brendan and I have some trips planned this year. And I typically dehydrate all my own meals when we go on canoe trips. So I'm gonna do that today. I'm making a big batch of spaghetti sauce for that, and also to just freeze and have some really nice quick meals that we can make up when we have a busy day doing trees or whatever it may be. I'm also building this house, which, by the way, we're in our brand new house that we built, which is really exciting. We are finally situated somewhere where we are not moving, and it feels really good. I finally get to like kind of dive into a lot of the interests I've had over the years, but haven't really had the circumstances or the situation to be able to do this. Some examples of that is having my own compost, gardens, starting to make a lot of my own stuff. I even dove into making my own bread today for the first time, and it's just a really simple, like, quick rise type recipe, but I just felt like I needed to start somewhere anyways, and so we'll see how that turns out. Anyways, I am making this batch of spaghetti today. Thought I'd bring you guys along, show you kind of what I do, and then we'll dehydrate it later, and I'll show you guys kind of how that works too. So I like to blend up some of them. I don't like a super chunky spaghetti sauce. So I usually blend up about a quarter of the celery, and then I put the rest in the pot.
Nice!
It's a little dense. So it's safe to say I messed up the bread in a few ways. I don't think I put enough yeast in it, and so it didn't rise very well. And I also didn't grease the pan, so I will fix those things the next time I make bread, I guess. Now it's time to dehydrate our leftovers. I picked up this 6-tray dehydrator from Cabela's. The tray system this one has is much more practical than my previous dehydrator, which had a big hole in the middle. So to start off, I prefer to mix everything together, dehydrating the noodles with the sauce. It's way easier to rehydrate this way. I cut it all up into smaller pieces, then I spread it out thinly on the tray. Then we pop it into the dehydrator. I put anything with meat in it on the highest heat setting, and then leave it anywhere from 6 to 10 hours depending on the volume and the size of the chunks. Just keep checking it until everything is dry and crunchy. If any part is still kind of rubbery, it means there's still moisture in it and it needs to stay longer. I'm going to leave some extra tips listed in the description of this video, so check that out if you need a little bit more information. Okay, so our spaghetti is dehydrated. I should have started it later last night. If I'd started it later, I could have let it run all night, but I actually got up kind of in the middle of the night to get water anyways, and just ended up turning it off because it was ready. And that's what we got. Dry, crunchy, perfect. You kind of crush it up, put it in a bag, and I like to store them in the freezer. That is how I dehydrate my meals. I do it just like this for any meals. Another favorite of mine is shepherd's pie, which I already did. And this paper you're seeing it on is just an unbleached, compostable parchment paper. And it works great because underneath it is like all your stuff with fall through. So when you're doing little things like this, just throw it on a piece of parchment paper. It's perfect. An easy dehydrated camping meal cuts down your weight. Definitely save you pounds and pounds by the time you put a bunch of food in your bag. And it stays good for the duration of the trip. Super ultralight. You just kind of crush it up, throw it in a baggie, and throw it in the freezer until your trip. And then once you're ready to go, you just shove it in your bag the day before your trip or whatever. You're good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.